Many people say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I present to you a very delicious way to start your day: my mushroom egg galettes. Rustic galettes are the perfect choice for whenever you need a quick, impressive dish, either sweet or savory. Let me show you how to make it very simple. In a medium bowl, whisk 1 1/4 cup of flour with half a teaspoon of salt. Add 1 stick or 8 ounces of cold butter straight from the fridge. And at this point, you can use a pastry blender to crumble it, but to be honest, your fingers are your best tools. Plus, you can do it so much faster before your butter starts melting. You can also use a fork or a food processor and pulse until coarse crumbs form. Lastly, add 4 tablespoons of ice cold water and pulse until all is combined and the dough comes together. Do not add too much water or it will be sticky and difficult to roll. You can certainly use a store-bought crust, but the homemade one is ridiculously easy and so much healthier. And you can place your dough in an airtight Ziploc and freeze up to 3 months. Now wrap the dough in plastic and shape it into a disc. Do not knead the dough. Refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. Now let's prepare our mushroom filling, and let's do some quick prep of our ingredients. Thinly slice 1 pound of mushrooms, and I know it seems like a lot of mushrooms, but they shrink down quite a bit during the cooking process. Dice 2 shallots and set aside. Remove some fresh thyme from the stem, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and set aside. Shred 8 to 10 ounces of gruyere cheese and set aside as well. And if you don't already have one, this food scraper makes my life in the kitchen so much easier, and it's so multifunctional. I will link it for you in the description box below. Heat oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Add your shallots and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes or until softened. Press 2 to 3 garlic cloves and stir them in. Add your mushrooms and cook with the onion for about 5 minutes, stirring frequently until all the liquid has evaporated. Add salt, pepper to taste with 2 to 3 tablespoons of thyme for extra flavor, and cook another 3 to 5 minutes. Remove from the heat and set aside to cool completely. At this point, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. We're getting ready to assemble everything. Lightly dust some flour on a clean surface. Remove your dough from the fridge and divide it into 3 to 4 pieces. I decided to make my galettes a bit bigger, so I'm dividing them in 3 equal pieces. Roll each piece of dough into an approximately 8 to 10-inch circle. Carefully transfer each onto a baking pan lined with parchment paper. Now spread your cheese in the middle of each dough, leaving about ½ an inch around the edge. Spread your mushroom mixture on top of the cheese. Fold your dough over the filling. Start folding with your fingers and keep working around folding them. Let me show you one more time. Just like that. Brush with some egg wash all over the dough part, avoiding the filling. Sprinkle with a little salt and pepper on top and place it in the oven. Bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes until slightly golden. Meanwhile, crack 3 eggs into 3 small different bowls. If your eggs are too large, remove some of the whites. Once your galettes are golden brown, remove from the oven and use a spoon to make a well into the center of each galette. Add an egg on each galette and bake for another 5 minutes more until your eggs are cooked. Garnish with fresh thyme and enjoy. This is such an elegant breakfast or brunch. and yet really simple to make and so delicious. Serve it with a side salad and enjoy. See you next week.